All right. Ella and Jordan, we are recording for you, and this is the second half of long division. It is 4-4. Not long division. We're doing synthetic division today. It's page 242. We're going to start with example 2, which is the long division problem we skipped over yesterday. Just to refresh our brains, this one does come out nicely. Our answer, like they have it over here, but we're going to go ahead and do it just to refresh our brains. X plus 4 goes on the outside, so do that. Write this down, everybody. Okay? X squared. Yesterday I told you one thing, and it was that whatever you are dividing, make sure that you have all of the pieces. Do you remember what I meant by pieces?
Yeah, like
he goes x squared and x, and then I have my number. He is not missing any pieces. If he's missing pieces, like if he didn't have this x in here and it was x squared minus 36, we would have to put plus 0x in there, right? Okay, but this one we don't, so we just get to go through and do it like normal, okay? And I have him ready to go. He is written down, and now we start. We only look at the x. We wait on the 4 for later. What do you multiply by x to get x squared?
X.
He needs an x. X times x, I multiply back through, is x squared. X times 4 is plus 4x. And then, the most important part, you flip the sign. So minus, minus. X squareds cancel out. If they don't, you did it wrong. How many x's will you have?
Negative 9.
Negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9. Okay, now I begin again. What do you take times, oh, shoot, bring down to the 36. Thank you for that. Okay, what do you take times x to get negative 9x?
Negative 9.
I need a minus 9. Now I multiply it back through. Negative 9x. What's negative 9 times 4?
Negative 9 times 4, negative 36.
Negative 36, and then plus, plus. This cancels, that cancels. So my remainder is 0, which I don't have to put anywhere. I just have x minus 9 as my answer. So when I go to divide those things, I get x minus 9, and that is it. Yeah? That is long division. How are we feeling about long division? Better? It's going okay? All right? Now, we're going to do synthetic division. Here is how synthetic division works. I'm going to put it off to the side over here because I hate their work. So I'm going to put it up here at the top. Blah, blah, blah. We are taking something real big. We're taking 3x to the third minus 2x squared minus 53x minus 60. And I am dividing by
negative
x plus 3. I'm dividing by x plus 3. So this is what I have, right? I wrote it a little bit different than they did. Instead of put like divide, I made it into a fraction bar, but that's what that means is division, right? We are dividing by x plus 3. You will like synthetic division because we get rid of the x's. Boop, and we just deal with numbers. And then at the very end, we put the x's back in. But to actually do the math stuff, we get rid of all of the x's, and it makes it beautiful, okay? So here is how you set up your synthetic division. Are you ready? Your box goes this direction instead of the other direction. So I have a big box, and it goes like this. Okay, instead of your long division like going like that, my synthetic division has a box that looks like this. Okay? All right, now, the first thing that I do is for the inside of my box on the top row, I have 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those numbers come from this one, this one, this one, this one. Do you see that? The first number is 3. The second number is? Negative 2. Make sure the negative goes with it. Now, don't write those side by side. Don't make it look like 3 minus 2. 3, leave a little bit of space. Negative 2, leave a little bit of space. Negative 53 is my third number. And then negative 60 is my last number. Kellen, are you writing this down? You should be. Okay. There is that. Yeah? I have those 4 numbers. Okay? If it was 5 terms, I would have 5 numbers. You just write them all down. This is the most important part of synthetic division. I am dividing by x plus 3. Yeah? If I took x plus 3 and I set it equal to 0, and I subtract the 3 over, that means x equals negative 3. The number that goes outside of here is negative 3. Not positive 3, negative 3. Yeah? That's the very most important part. You flip the sign of this guy. All right? We'll talk about why that is here in just a second. All right? Synthetic division is very fast. You can go through it and do it very fast.
Can you please have those students helping with the pastry puff
Ah.
delivery go to the commons at this time?
Hell for y'all.
Whoever you are, go. Is that you, Colton? Are you lying to me?
I don't know.
Are you
Is it like picking them up or what is it?
I don't know.
It's not picking them up, it's
It's
like
sorting them.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
sorting them.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
All right, yes, sir.
This one easier than long division.
This one is way easier than long division. All right, are you ready? As soon as I start the process, you're going to get lost if you don't watch because it's very, very fast. Okay? Are you ready for this? I'll try to write down some work. So here's the first step. Ready? The very first step. You take the 3 and you drop the 3 down. The first number just gets put in that first position. That's it. I haven't actually done any math yet. Got it? The next thing is I take these two and I multiply them together. So I multiply by -3. That is -9. He goes in this spot. -9. Then I add these two, which is
-11.
-11. Then I multiply by -3.
Oh, so it's just repeated.
You're just repeating over and over again. Okay? What's -11 times -3?
$33.
Positive 33. Then what do I do? Add them. What is -53 and 33?
-20.
-20. Then I
Multiply. 60.
times -3, which is
60.
positive
-1.
60. Hold on.
Cancel.
Then I add these two. What's -60, positive 60?
Zero.
0.
Right.
Did you see what I did?
So is that their
You multiply and add and multiply and add and multiply and add, right?
So
I'm multiplying by -3 to get this number. Add these two together. Multiply, then add. Multiply, then add.
So
Okay?
then for the ant, so it's like.
Okay, now we're going to put everything back together. So hold on a second. What I want you to do real quick is it's very easy. It's way easier than long division. Put a box around the last number. That is your remainder. Some of you guys have already said it. Okay, the fact that I have 0 there means I have no remainder, so we don't have to worry about him yet, right? All right, now here's the deal. We need to start putting the x's back in here. All right, so listen. I was multiplying. I'm looking at the highest power. I was taking x to the 3rd power, and I was dividing by x. So my first term will be x squared. Then after that, this guy will be x, and then this one, the 20 will not have a number on the end of him. And my answer is 3x squared minus 11x minus 20. Beautiful. Synthetic division, do we like it?
No.
Really, absolutely not.
Are you kidding me?
This is not easier than long division.
This is horrible.
You could go quicker.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
Can I get
go to the next one.
Set it up.
I'm easier.
Can I do it alone?
Blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go.
Can I know what the homework is?
In what ways is easier?
Go fast.
This only works.
Hey, what's the homework?
This only works sometimes.
So how do I know when it's gonna work?
Okay.
and when it's not gonna work?
This one's going to be easier for this one, Brady, because you have to divide by 2x.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, can you?
Long division when there's a 2x there is kind of a pain in the butt.
Wait,
Okay?
Mrs. Comatry.
Yes, what? No.
How do
I'll give them to you in a minute.
Why?
Kes.
That wasn't her question.
Okay. How do you know what?
How do you know when you can use synthetic and when you can't use synthetic?
I'll tell you here in a second. Okay? Ready? Ready, set, go. Here we go. This is what we're dividing. I'm going to set him up over here. My numbers. How many numbers do you have at the top? 4 is not the right number.
Five.
Why 5?
Oh, the two
Oh,
X.
you need a 1.
Oh, you need an
X
cubed.
You need X cubed.
X to the 4th. X squared, X and number. I need
An X cubed.
0x cubed. Oh, man. Do you remember that?
Wow.
Okay. So I have 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first number is?
4.
The second number is?
0.
The third number is?
Negative 36.
The fourth number is?
4.
The last number is? 9. Okay? All right, very, very most important part. 2x minus 1 is what I'm dividing by. If I set that equal to 0, I add the 1 over. 2x equals 1 divided by 2. You're right. It is 1/2. Where does that go? on the outside. This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
It's gonna be easy.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier synthetic division than it would be along. Drop the first one down. 4 goes here. 1/2 times 2, or 1/2 times 4 is 2. 2 goes there. Now add. 2. Now multiply.
Wait.
We're going fast.
Calm down.
Okay? Shh. All right, Colton, do it. Colton, do it silently.
Negative
Okay?
36.
This is negative 36. Multiply.
Negative
Negative
12.
18. Add.
Negative 14.
Multiply.
Negative 7.
Add.
2.
2 is my remainder. Put a box around him. Okay?
Calm down.
Okay, 2 is my remainder. Put a box around him. All right. Now let's put our numbers back. I was taking x to the 4th and I was dividing by x. So my first one should be x to the 3rd. Then I have an x squared. Then I have an x, and then I have no x's. So final answer,
4x
4x to the 3rd
plus 2x squared.
plus 2x squared
Minus 36x.
minus 36x minus 14. But then I have a remainder.
Add it.
Plus,
2 over 2x plus 1.
yes, 2x minus 1. Okay? Plus 2 over 2x minus 1. That's how we write our remainder, right? That's how it works. Got it? Okay, couple things really quick. This guy right here, do you know why we flip his sign, like we set him equal to 0? Why wouldn't I just use negative 1/2? Because that's what it is here. Do you remember in long division where we put each piece down and then we switch the signs and we put another row down and we switch the signs and we put another row down and we switch the signs? By switching the sign here, it switches it once forever and you don't have to do it multiple times. Does that make sense?
So if you wouldn't have switched it, you would have to switch it.
You would have to switch it every time, and like when you multiply, it would not have worked. Yeah. So that does the same thing as long division. It's multiplying by a negative, but doing it once rather than doing it after every step. Okay. Now, here is when synthetic and long division, or when synthetic division fails. Okay. When you're dividing by, let's say, I gotta go down here, right? Here, we are dividing by 4x plus 3. This is a linear term, right? He is just x to the 1st power. All right? You ready for this? Let's say hypothetically, don't write this down, just look up at the screen. Let's say hypothetically, I was taking x to the 3rd plus 4x squared minus 7x plus 12. And I was dividing